Hey everyone, Dr. Jen here, and I am so excited to be here with you today. One of my favorite things to do in the morning is to get my body moving with a simple yoga flow. This yoga flow is perfect for the morning to help boost your energy, increase your mood, make you feel happy and excited about the day, but also to boost your metabolism and get your digestive system moving. Join me for this quick morning flow to get your day started off on the right foot. For the best natural wellness tips, make sure that you subscribe and click the bell so you get notified each Tuesday when I drop a new video.
To begin our practice, we'll start with some deep breathing. I like to take a drop of my favorite essential oil in my hands. Today I'm using a wild orange and peppermint. Once I have the oils in my hand, I'll cup my hands over my nose and take a few deep breaths. Big inhale through your nose and exhale open mouth. Even if you don't have essential oils, breathe with us. Big inhale, filling your belly and lungs. Exhale, let it go. Last round of breath here. Big inhale, filling up. And exhale, let it go. If you have the essential oil, you can apply it to your heart, to the back of your neck, anywhere in your body that feels good. And then we'll close our eyes and let our hands come rest on our knees. Breathing here. Your next inhale sweeps your arms up overhead, gaze follows. And exhale your hands to heart center. Big inhale, sweep those arms up overhead, gaze follows. Exhale, release your left hand down to the mat, reaching your right hand up and over. Feeling that side body stretch from your right sit bone all the way up to your right fingertips. Inhale, we come back up to center. Exhale, we release over to the other side. This time feeling the length in the left side body. Inhale, back up through center. And exhale, hands come down through heart center. Switching out your legs so we stay nice and even in our hips. We'll inhale those hands up overhead and exhale, twist to our left. Right hand comes to the front of the left knee, left hand comes behind you. Inhales, find length. Exhales, find depth. Inhale brings you back towards center and exhale to the other side. Breathing here. Inhale, making your way back up through center. And exhale, cactus your arms, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Inhale, arms extend. And exhale, hands come to heart center. We're going to make our way from here into tabletop pose. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Taking a moment to tuck your toes, draw your navel in, moving your sit bones down towards your heels, long through your spine. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, curl and round, chin to chest. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. And exhale, curl and round, cat pose. Inhale, drop your belly, heart through your shoulders. And exhale, navel to spine, breathe it out. Inhale, come back to neutral. We'll tuck our toes and we're going to make our way back into downward facing dog. Pressure through all 10 fingertips, working our heels towards the ground if we can. It's good to bend your knees, move your sit bones up to the ceiling. Find a good alignment here. A lot of times we have tight hamstrings, so we have rounding in our back because we're working on straightening our legs. I'd rather your spine be long and your legs have a gentle bend. You can always pedal your feet out here if that feels good. Continuing to breathe, we inhale, look forward. Exhale, let's walk our feet up behind our wrists. Forward fold, generous bend in our knees. We move into ragdoll pose. Grabbing opposite elbows, let your head hang heavy, maybe sway side to side. It's important to bend the knees here, even if your hamstrings are flexible, to allow the release of your low spine. Releasing your arms, inhale, halfway lift, exhale, folding forward, tuck your chin. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, gaze follows. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And then exhale, folding all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift, find length and space, navel draws in. Exhale, plant your palms, step one foot back, then the other. We're going to drop to our knees and shift forward, and exhale, lower halfway. Untuck our toes, come to upward facing dog, thighs off the mat. Exhale, curl and round back to Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog. Breathing here. Big belly breaths, hips lift towards the ceiling. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, making your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we fold forward. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, gaze follows. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep those arms up, gaze follows, and exhale, we hinge forward. Inhale, halfway lift, find length and space. Exhale, plant your palms, step it back. Inhale, this time stay forward or option to drop your knees. Exhale, lower halfway, elbows in towards your sides. Untuck your toes. Inhale, upward facing dog, and then exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Take a moment to open the hip, stack the hip, maybe take some hip circles, lubricating that hip joint, keeping equal pressure through both hands, switching directions if you're taking those circles. And we'll straighten back up through that right leg. Exhale, steps that foot between your hands. And find some length in your spine. Planting your left hand firmly on the ground. Inhale your right up towards the sky. Spiraling that chest open. Don't let that left hip drop too much. Keep those hips level. And we release back to low lunge. Inhale up to crescent lunge. Your back heel stays high. Good adjustment here is to bend through the knee and feel the tailbone tuck under. Then eventually working the leg towards straight. Deepening the bend in the front knee. Arms are active. Exhale, we open up, warrior two. Your gaze is over your front middle finger. Take any movements you need here, but notice that your hips should be level. One hip shouldn't be higher than the other. Inhale, star pose. Lift your gaze. Exhale, hands to heart center. We squat down, working on our inner thighs, our quads. You can pulse here. You can find little lifts with the inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale all the way back up, burst open to star, and then exhale, let's come down to our left leg, low lunge. Inhale your left leg high to the sky, stack the hip, open the hip, maybe take the hip circles on this side if you did on the other side. Switching directions. And then inhale, straighten back up through that leg. Exhale, step that foot between your hands. Maybe you need to take a couple steps to get there. That's okay. We inhale, lengthen our left hand up towards the ceiling. Right is planted down on the ground, twisting open. And then exhale, release that hand down to the mat. Inhale, we lift up to crescent lunge on this side. Taking your time again to tuck that tailbone under. Find the depth in your front knee. It's okay to have a bend in the back knee. Arms are active. Your next exhale opens you up to warrior two. Gaze over your front middle finger. Push through the knife edge of your front foot, ensuring that you can see your big toes on the left side and your knee is not dropping in. Inhale, burst open to star, legs straight, arms straight. Exhale, down to goddess pose, hands to heart center, knees bend. Added challenge, maybe lift one heel and then switch to the other side. Option to try and lift both heels. And sink a little deeper. Your inhale bursts you open to star pose, and then exhale, cartwheel your hands down to your right leg. We'll step back to a plank and then lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high to the sky, and then exhale, step that foot between your hands. Inhale, twist, open, right arm lifts. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, we come up, crescent pose. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, star pose, burst open. Exhale, goddess squat, squat it down. Inhale, star. Exhale, low lunge, left leg in front. Inhale, left leg high to the sky. Exhale, step that foot between your hands. Inhale, twist, left hand high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent pose. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, burst open, star pose. And then exhale, squat it down, goddess squat. Inhale, star. Exhale, low lunge to the right. Inhale, step back, plank pose. And then exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Make your way to the top of your mat and begin to sit down, legs extend long in front of you. If you have your essential oils, now's a great time to apply a grounding oil such as Balance. I like to take a drop, breathe it in for a breath or two. Really relaxing as we start to move into our grounding series of yoga. This is where we're lowering our heart rate, our respiratory rate. We'll inhale our arms high and exhale with straight legs, fold forward, beginning with a long spine. After a few breaths there with a long spine, you can exhale and fold into a deep forward fold, tucking your chin, rounding your spine. Breathing here. We'll inhale, sweep those arms up overhead. Exhale, bring our hands to heart center. Grabbing our blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can use a rolled up towel or a pillow. Behind your back, we're going to go into supported fish pose. So placing one block between your shoulder blades and one behind your head. Let your arms open wide. Again, if you don't have blocks, you can take a towel and roll it up and place it so that it is lengthwise with your spine. If you'd like more of a throat opener, you can take the block out from under your head or make sure that the towel is only reaching up towards the base of your neck, letting your head open heavy. Option to take your legs to Baddha Konasana here, bottoms of the feet together, knees open wide. Breathing into your chest, big belly breaths. We're triggering our parasympathetic nervous system to kick in our rest and digest. Taking this time to pause before we move into our busy day. Using your hands, bring your knees together. We'll roll off the block or the blanket, taking that off to the side and making our way back to our spine. Bring our heels in close to our glutes so we can even touch our heels with our fingertips. On an inhale, tuck your tailbone under and then release it. We'll take that a few times, really just engaging our transverse abdominis, our pelvic floor. And then after a few rocks on an inhale, lifting your hips all the way up into bridge pose. Breathing here, pushing through all four corners of your feet. Option to take your hands underneath your back, clasping them together, rolling your shoulders behind your back, and breathing here. Again, big belly breaths into your belly, triggering our vagus nerve, triggering our parasympathetic nervous system. Keep breathing, releasing your hands, releasing all the way back down, one vertebra at a time. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Arms out wide, knees and hips bent at 90. We're going to let our legs drop over to our left, our gaze fall to our right, taking a supine twist as we close our practice. Wringing out our spine, wringing out our digestive system. This boosts our metabolism, helps stimulate our colon. Keep breathing here. The bigger the belly breaths, the better this is for your digestive system. Inhale, make your way back up towards center, and exhale over to the other side. Knowing you can always put a block or a blanket under your knees if they don't make it quite down to the ground. You can always keep your head in neutral if it feels better than twisted. We inhale back up towards center, and exhale, bring everything in for a nice big squeeze, chin towards chest, and with an exhale, release into your Shavasana, finding some stillness and letting your breath go. Slowly begin to invite movement back into your fingers and toes, maybe reaching your arms up overhead and taking a full body stretch. If you have more time and you can stay here longer, please do. If not, it's time to roll to your right side and then gently press yourself up to a seat. Bring your hands to meet at heart center, gentle bow of your chin. Taking a nice breath to close your practice. And then we bow together and say, Namaste. Thank you for joining me for this morning flow. And we'll see you next time on the Natural Wellness Tips channel.